One more to go.
Well, it's the start of another week, and it's a beautiful one.
And what that's gonna do is it means that I can pull the string back with the big muscles in my shoulders, not the small, weak muscles in my arms.
Pull her up.
I can.
Come on, you can. Don't say you can't.
Any questions? Yes.
What if the string hits your hand?
It'll hurt.
Don't do that.
It's not gonna kill you.
How am I not going to do that? You missed.
I missed. You're up, sir.
Where'd it go?
Right there.
Right
Not
there.
far. All right, who's next? Me. And then pull it back as far as you can. Right there. Yep, pull, and then let it go.
That's some firewood.
Get your finger out of there. Oh, almost. All right, who's next, sir?
So we're back to an old location. We trapped this area in the spring. There's a big dam and a big lodge. The lodge is right underneath that tree. We'll go over there in a bit, take a look at it, but there's a dam just around the corner that blew out. This was all pretty much flooded in the spring when we were trapping it. And then we came back in the summer. It's on one of my videos, one of the recon videos with Ian and I, trying to figure out why everything was so dry. It's because the dam blew out. There's no immediate activity, but we know beavers and otters are going to be using this creek heavily, traveling back and forth. So that's the end of the dam. The dam went right across there and blew out. So these channels have all been dug out by the beavers. This was all pretty much underwater. This is an old bank lodge. We had traps. You can see two sticks. We had a trap right there. Caught one there. We had a trap right there. Caught one there. This is all old feed pile. And there's kids having their hot dogs at camp. So this was all underwater in the spring. So here's our lodge. And here's our entrance.
Sorry, I can't have. Do not go into that. Do not go into that. I went into one of those posts and there was literally...
So that's where the water was up to here. And so the beavers would go in and out in that hole. And all these trenches here are made from beavers. This used to be all level ground. And they dig, that's where they get the mud. And see, there's the dam there. Yeah. And it just blew out on that side. Then you get wet. So there's the dam that blew out.
All right, we'll go in there.
Why do they make dams? So they don't want to come out of water. So if they flood the area, then they can basically swim out of their lodge in the water. They can swim to all this food here and eat it in the water.
That's smart.
As soon as they get out of water, how fast is a beaver out of water?
Slow.
How fast is a wolf?
Very fast.
Very fast.
Yeah, that's their defense mechanism, is water. If they can flood the area, it just makes it easier access, so they don't have to come out to get to these willows. And two, they can keep their lodge underwater. And then, because right now, if they were in that lodge, something could actually crawl in that lodge, like a fisher, a marten, a wolverine, could just crawl in there and eat them. And they'd be trapped in there. So there. And then you really gotta make sure that they can't get around.
All right, bring them over. You have all those ones I threw there. Bring all of those over. Yep, perfect. Yeah, bring that one. That's perfect.
I'm just gonna mimic a castor mound here.
So what Mr. Roberts is doing here, he's made a fake scent mound, a castor mound, and he's going to put the trap right out in front of it in that deep water, so that when the beavers come to check it out, same as we did over there, hopefully they go straight through the trap. I'm going to try some stuff. Mr. Roberts, and I'm down here yet. Reed, do you have set your snares on the top like that?
No. A lot of times I do it on the bottom. This one I could do on the bottom. Lots of guys just do a bit of both. I do a bit of both. I don't generally do them out of water quite this much.
Yeah.
But just based on this spot, it's not a really good pinch point. I just took those off now because this stick's probably going to be in the way.
Yeah. So we have a YouTube channel, and all of the stuff that we do out here goes up on the YouTube channel. We're building the fence, or what are we doing?
Yeah, just a couple on either side. Gotta get.
Guys, thanks so much for having us out here.
That. Thank you.
I'm going to follow you up. When are you going to post this video, Reed?
The end of the week.
Nice. Okay.
This is the first day of.
We'll have a look. Oh, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for coming.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for the sling.
No problem. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, you want one?
Just gonna lay like a log because they might come up here and around.
Yeah.
Maybe stick that one on the other side and I'll put this one. So the idea here is a castor set. You'll have beavers and otter cruising up and down. They might come over into this little side back eddy here and go through there. We got it blocked off enough. Hopefully this log stops them from going around. And we'll just put some lure on the mud pile and we're done. So I'm going to show you an example of what all of a sudden beavers will just reappear and do. We were out here maybe a month ago and this was just trickling through here. And this is the biggest dam we've ever had in this location. They have dammed this up before, but never this big. So we're gonna get this worked on. We've got some kids out with us today. Got ourselves a nice big dam. Whoa! It's almost floating. So you can just start on one side there because it's pretty deep and you can just start pulling the sticks out. Okay, so we got that dam opened up a little bit. It's draining pretty fast. And then we'll start setting, they'll come down to repair that. So we'll go up creek and set some castor sets and then also just find some travel routes that they're going to go through. We wouldn't set right in front of that dam anyways, it's right beside the road. Someone stopping on the bridge is going to see it. We have done that in the past, but we're middle of hunting season right now, so too high of a chance of trap being stolen. So we'll go farther up. That's just going to be, or we could even come farther down here. And
You see that big? Can somebody hand me one of those bigger rocks? Any big rock you can. There's one right there. Any big rock you can hand me. Thank you. Yep, you're in. Thank you. So what we're doing here is the water level is going to come up because they're going to repair that dam we broke. So we're going to put some lure back here that smells. You know when your dog pees on like a fire hydrant or something? It's marking its territory. Beavers do a similar thing, but instead of peeing, they have two glands right here. We have some of that stuff, so we'll put it back here. And then when the beavers come by, they'll smell that and they'll think, oh, there's another beaver on my territory. I need to go investigate this. And the only way they're going to be able to get back there to investigate it is right through our trap. That's the hope anyway, right?
So there's our castor set. Got some lure back in there. Looks pretty good. Smells fishy down here. What did you get in here before? Did we get an otter in here?
We've got an otter and a beaver
And a
in here,
beaver,
and
yeah.
a mink.
And a mink.
You know.
Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna take a little walk into our camp, but we're gonna walk up the creek, check out a few spots. Just walk down here. So I think I'm gonna try and get one right in there. Could also do one here, but it's pretty shallow. So, okay, I'm gonna try and get it right in there. I just gotta secure it now.
Break their teeth, but because the stuff at the front is harder, he's had like a guinea pig because it was trying to escape. That was because those animals' teeth, same as beavers, always grow in beaver. Let's go investigate. We're gonna get them in the trap. This here is called a travel set. So why would a beaver be going through that trap? You can see where the trap is, see where Mr. Robert's setting it. Why would a beaver be going there? To get somewhere, right? Where are beavers the safest? In the water, right? Because they are basically fat little animals with short legs. It might not work. They might be smarter than us. That happens.
Oh, this one's gonna work.
This one's gonna work.
This one is gonna work.
Never mind. They're not smarter than us today.
They're still smarter than us.
But
But
this one's gonna get them.
there's our final set. That looks really good. Again, they should travel through here. And not over top of this dam. We're going to set another travel route in this creek. We've got 2 traps a couple 100 meters up the creek. Right in here is a good pinch point. That's really good there. This actually might be better. It's quite, that's nice and deep. I was actually going to set right here. But now I think I'm going to set here. It's pretty rocky in here, so it's going to be a little harder to jam a stick in. Nice and tight to that one side. Thinking of angling this one. Maybe even get right through there. It's not that secure yet, but I can actually wire this to this. Okay, so it's still wobbly, but got it set where I want it. Now I just got to secure it with some better sticks. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice. This stick is nice and snug. Trap is still a little wobbly, but I can fix that. Still need to secure this side a little bit more, and we're golden. Okay. Oh, that's like a rock. Solid. These sticks will hold this one in place. Not that it's really doing anything. Stopping a beaver from traveling through here. Might add a stick across here. I'm just gonna put this log across here. Just if the water level rises with, you keep breaking the dams up there, this water level might rise, or if they build a dam below us, it might rise. If they do build that dam up, the water level actually might drop here. Well, it will drop, but with rain and whatnot, it's a good chance this will go underwater. So put this across. It's a little overkill. I don't think they're going to go around this. They're gonna go right through that. This looks like a great set, if I do say so myself. They should not be going around that at all. I mean, they might sneak up through here unless I do this. So they'll go through that trap if they're traveling through. So in beaver trapping, it's just crazy how much things change in a short amount of time. We've trapped this area quite heavily. We trapped a pond up in there and took, I don't know, maybe half a dozen out. Trapped quite a few under this bridge. But the last time I was out here, there was just a little channel in here. This was all dry. So when you think they're gone, just wait, because they'll be back. There's 2 or 3 dams down along here. So I actually think their lodge is now somewhere in there. So in between that first dam that we broke and up here at camp, there's an old lodge on the other side of that big dead tree. There's an old pond back there, which could be full right now. Haven't walked back up there yet. We do know that there's plenty of activity in between here and the main road. If we set under that little bridge that we made, we'll get something for sure traveling through. But the one problem is it's just so deep there now because of these other dams. So I'm gonna do a little bit more exploring. Ian's just hunting with the kids, doing a little grouse hunt with a bow and arrow. And I just got another trap set up. I was looking to maybe get one more set up somewhere close to camp here, so when we bring groups out, they've got a few to check. But I think these ones are going to connect pretty fast. But I always say that, and then usually it goes cold. Okay, shall we go try and find some spots? So here's our camp, which we have not used yet this year. I'm not even sure the last time we used it. It's starting to grow back up again. Okay, this is where I knew it would be down, but holy moly. Man, has this ever changed. So there's a run there. We had a trap. There should be a tree with a little blue string on it, which is right there, because I had the trap out in front of that. So we only took one out of here in the spring, and then we never trapped it again. Really active here, which it is. More than I thought, actually. I think that's their lodge. I thought that might be their lodge there, but it was so grown up you just couldn't see. But now it looks like they're starting to build that up more. So I'm guessing that's it. And again, look how fresh that chew is. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see them out. And this is how fast they can change the area. That was all dry over there. And that's their feed pile, so I'm certain that's their lodge. It's a pretty good spot for a lodge because I think it's an island now. Very protective for them. And we're not going to get over there, obviously. Just by walking on this dam, it breaks up pretty fast. And this is what I love about beaver trapping, is You know, when you think a spot's dead, and it could be dead for a few years, and all of a sudden it's just active again, but you end up exploring and just everything changes all the time, and you just leave an area alone and you don't think it's worth coming in, and then you come in and kaboom, you get all this stuff. This was just a piddly little creek flowing through here a few months ago. They just go to town. People worry about us trapping beavers. We are not going to put a dent in the population. And even if we trapped every beaver from this lodge, which is not likely, it's like that little pond up there. We may have got most of them out of there. Who knows? They might have left. You know, a year later they're back in you know, same general area. They're like rats. They're mice. They're rodents. They're everywhere. And we are only trapping a couple spots. Like, I've got hundreds of kilometers, square kilometers of trap line I'm not even touching. Ponds I'm not even touching. Creeks I'm not even touching. We are not going to put a dent on this population. We are not over trapping. I don't think I could it would take a lot of manpower to over trap this area, my trap line. Just because we're so close to the river, even if we trapped everything out of here, there'll be another pair that will come up from the river and from the lakes and whatnot, and they'll just cruise through here. There's so much feed, and that's the key. Like, look at all the feed. Like, they'll go to where they need to eat. They need this little valley, so they'll just keep coming back here. So what's interesting is the beavers will build this dam, and it goes all the way around. And that was this kind of the edge of the creek, but now the water is starting to flow around the edge of the dam there, so they'll just keep building that dam all the way around and up into those trees. Oh, now look at theirs. That's where we need to put a trap, so I am not going to disturb that trap down at the bottom of the run. Oh, well, this is a crossover, so they're sliding over top of the dam right here. And they've got a perfect trail right in there, so I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to set one here today. I'm just going to knock this down just a touch. I mean, they'll have this repaired in no time. Get this down so it lowers the water under the bridge, the little homemade bridge we made by camp. Okay, I'm gonna set a hanging trap across here. This is really wide, but there's a really deep channel right in the middle, and it's fairly shallow here and over there. Can you see that? There's my trap. Oh, gotta be careful. So I'm gonna get that down here. Get this across. Safeties are already off. Okay, so the trap is almost on the bottom, so they're definitely going to go through that. And this side, I'll put a stick down here, but it's pretty much against the edge. There's definitely space on this side, so I'm gonna have to block that. What this is really sitting on that side over there, nothing really. It's kind of floating, which is okay, because I'll secure it just to stop it from going this way. And it's above ground on that side. Okay, there's our final set. So that stick's propped up good enough. Trap is just below the water line, about 4 inches above the bottom of the creek. It's a definite channel right where the trap is. It's about just a little more than the width of the 330, so that should be good. These sticks are pretty secure. I think we're good. Nothing. No. Okay, Sydney helped build this beaver set here, right along the edge of a pretty major creek. That's an old beaver lodge right there. There's the entrance right in there. I'm gonna set up a game cam right in front of that. Just see, I'm gonna put some lure in there. See if any critters come to investigate, but we've got this set here. Some lure behind. Nice. So we have our entrance here. I'm just going to put some lure. I'm not going to set a trap there yet because I think we'll get a land critter coming to check it out, like a wolverine or a fisher, martin. But I'm eventually going to put a 330 or a 280 right in front of that in a couple weeks when everything else is open. But for now, just some lure. And I got a game cam set up here. We'll see if something comes to check it out. Yeah, so there's our beaver set right there, or an otter. We could have gone through this channel here, but there's no reason for them to be coming through here. So again, the idea is they're going to smell the castor and hopefully come check that out. There's a little experiment of a snare pole.
Okay, ready?
So we're not going to keep this set, but we're just testing. So go ahead. And drop your... So you need more weight on. So yeah, but if you, no, that's fine because we just now just back up as if you're fighting.
Yep, pull.
So it's pretty snug.
Okay, so the trigger needs to
Be
drop
more,
off
be more sensitive.
easier. So the way that this trap works, or this works, it's called an L7 trigger. And it's called that because this is an L, right? And this is a 7.
Yeah.
And they hook up like this. The way to make it more sensitive is you just, because we had it all the way in, so they were both there, we can just do it like that, and then it'll just fly off.
All right.
Yep, how close? Yep. All right, try that.
Okay, ready?
Let's do it.
Try it again.
Not right away.
Not quite. Okay,
Fast dude.
so I gotta carve a slightly better trigger, but
It's pretty
work.
good though. Coyote's gonna fight and like it's gonna run big time.
oh yeah, as soon as it really pulls, it'll pop it off. But.
We had some extra time, so we are going to check them after a day. They didn't repair the one dam we opened up, so they would have to be traveling through, and it's a no-go right under there. I'll show you this. This is kind of a sneaky one. Right under there.
Oh, I don't see it.
So if we were gonna get one, this would be the spot. So Rachel, I think you should probably pull up on these sticks.
Oh.
I think we have to reset this trap. These are going through the trap, yeah. And there's a wire. Yeah, they're all gonna have to come out. Okay, so now you gotta undo the wire.
What is it now? Beaver?
I'm pretty sure it's a beaver. Yes, okay.
Look at that.
So here we go. go this way. Come on. This way. Probably me just slide. There. Pull that stick right out, and that's what we'll do. Okay. And then if you want to reach around the outside. Okay. Pull her up.
Can.
Come on, you can. Don't say you can't. That is looking like a big one.
Hefty beat looking beaver.
I'm gonna get it out and around. I could help you, but I'm not. That is a really big beaver.
That's a big beaver. Look at the size of that.
The size of the
That must
tail.
have been going pretty good too. He's way in the trap.
Yeah,
He's a big boy.
That's a
yeah,
honker.
that's a nice, healthy looking tail.
No fights.
No. That's a good size. Well, there you go. Okay, hold her up while we're... First day for Rachel this season. She doesn't
Yay.
disappoint. Took a few drops to check, but we got one. Carry it out. Rachel's getting off easy.
For the first time in like ever.
Yeah, we're getting a
Carry the beaver.
we're getting a little soft in our old age. Not forcing you to carry it out.
Gotta work on that.
Yeah.
Don't worry, once I carry a few more out this season, it'll be good.
Get back in the carrying.
Yeah.